All right, everyone, welcome to Vicky Training. We appreciate you guys being here. This video will be recorded and it will be posted a little bit later on the VEC and sending it out to a few different groups as well. We know that a number of you have a lot of different questions about Vicky and what Vicky can do, the capability, how to use Vicky, what it's for, all of those kinds of things. And so I just want to be able to share a few things with you about Vicky. Can you see my screen okay, Vivi?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. This, as we mentioned before, we introduced Vicky about a week and a half ago, and this is our new VITKY virtual assistant. And I'm glad that you're on here today because there's a lot of discussion between Shane and myself and IT and Laura and what Vicky is going to be able to do. Right now, Vicky does a lot of great things. But the gist of what Vicky does, as you can see, is answer general inquiries. And we'll go through a number of those here in just a couple of minutes. If you take a picture of a medical exam and then submit that to Vicky, then Vicky's going to be able to give you a medical exam analysis based upon that information that you have uploaded or submitted to Vicky. Social media content creation, I'll show you a few examples of those, and then some YouTube video recommendations as well. And so I am excited to be able to go through all of this. But first, I want to be able to let you know one thing that's happening. With Vicky right now, and here's the QR code and the WhatsApp number to be able to download WhatsApp if you haven't. You certainly don't need to have a computer or a laptop or anything to be able to use Vicky. It's designed to be able to use it on your phone through WhatsApp. But go ahead and download that on Android or an iPhone in your respective places that you look at or that you get that information from. But I wanted to let you know that right now, from those of you that have experienced Vicky so far, that you're getting the answers back in about anywhere from 30 seconds to about 2 minutes, which is fine, but we want you to get those answers back within 4 or 5 seconds. And so right now we're using something that's kind of an in-between tool that you type in your information into WhatsApp, it hits this in between, and then from there, then it goes into and then it goes into and then answers Vicky, and Vicky comes back with the answer, but it has to go through this in between as well. We're trying to eliminate that in between, regardless of what that is. We're trying to eliminate that in between, and so that's why there's a little bit of a delay right now. But once that is done, once we make that transition here in the next 24 to 48 hours, then you're going to be we'll be switching over to a new number. And I know that's like hopping from number to number to number, but believe me, it's going to be worth it. I've already done some testing on this new number, and I was shocked to be able to get an answer back in 4 seconds, 5 seconds. The longest took 10 seconds for it to come back. So there's a lot of really great things that are happening with Vicky. I will share with you sort of the concept of where we see Vicky going as we go along. But let me go ahead and just show some examples of this. Hopefully you've taken a picture of the QR code to be able to use Vicky right now and this WhatsApp number that you've had a chance to be able to take a look at that. But let me show you some examples of where we are with Vicky and what Vicky does and how it works just incredibly well. So I'm going to share with you my WhatsApp. Let me get on there. Okay. So you should be able to see my WhatsApp right now. And this is my communication specifically with Vicky and the questions that I'm asking Vicky. What I would like you to do while you're on this Zoom with me is, if you've already downloaded WhatsApp, great. If you've already added Vicky's number, great. Ask Vicky some questions. And as I go through this, and I'll let you see what kinds of questions that I'm asking. Again, going back to those 4 things, you can ask general inquiries, social media posts, medical exam analyses, as well as YouTube video requests. That right now is what Vicky is able to answer for you. But how does Nanify work? I just asked that question, got that information back, and about what Nanify does. How do I get started with VITKY? And she's going to come back. Vicky is a she, so we refer to her as a she always. But she comes back and she's able to give back. How do I get started with VITKY? And she gives a 5-step process. So your first week in VITKY and these types of things. What's interesting about Vicky is that, yes, for right now, she is answering questions based upon the information that we feed her, what's in her library. But we're finding that she's becoming a little bit intuitive. She's starting to understand some different things and starting to pick up on what types of things that you're kind of asking. Not as intuitive as ChatGPT. I think most everybody here has had experience with ChatGPT. Not quite there yet at this point, but it's pretty interesting to see the kinds of answers that Vicky is responding back with. Let me come down here. What information do you have about the LCT or the Life Converted trip? And then she brings back this information in the video, the 2024 video. That's what we told Vicky to share in terms of a video, was to be able to spit out the 2024 video. We'll upload some of the other videos so that you can see different examples of what those videos are. Oh, can you tell me a joke? Really? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Really? Okay, that's awesome. So apparently you can have a conversation with Vicky. What is Fast Track all about? And then the information about Fast Track. I have just uploaded a new training on Fast Track. So this one that we see right here is actually going to be, we'll be deleting this one. This is the one that I did back in the summer, but we'll be doing a new one. And I've got a new one done, and we'll be uploading that one here in the next little bit. What countries are currently open for VICKY? United States, all of these countries. If you need more information, da, 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 da. How do I sign someone up as a customer? And then it tells you exactly what to do, how to sign somebody up as a customer. What product does VICKY have? Why I'm going through all of this because I want you to know the types of questions you can ask. Pretty much anything VICKY related. And if she doesn't know or if she doesn't have any content for you, then she'll tell you. She goes, I'm sorry, I don't have that information right now, but contact customer support or some other type of avenue. What products does VICKY have? We talked about Nanofy, Curcumin Plus, and Biofy. Can I get the VICKY compensation plan? Here's a copy of that right there. I'm trying to get to, okay, what's the triple bonus? I did a triple bonus video, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And that 2-minute video is on there right now. And it describes what the triple bonus is about. Okay, Vivi, what does this one say right here? Can you see this on my screen? What does that say?
Tell me about Nanofy.
Okay, and then read some of this here if you don't mind.
Oh, Nanofy is a supplement in drops who has curcumin, and there is the key in curcuma known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant helpless. This supplement is formulated with help of nanotechnology and better the curcumin's what is called octality blood. I don't know. Remember, it
That's
will
okay.
help to take the body will take better help because it is nanotechnology,
Perfect.
and that will be the effect more effect.
Okay.
So it tells everything, in fact, that we know
Yep.
about all we have in English.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I just asked the question. I went to Google Translate because I don't know Danish. I went to Google Translate and typed in, tell me about Nanofy in
yeah,
Danish or into
yeah,
English and then into Danish and then posted that. And whatever language that you type in, you're going to get the answer back. Here's another
yeah.
example right here. I don't know if anybody knows Japanese. I went again, Google Translate, and I asked, create a social media post for me, please. But I did it in Japanese, copied, pasted, put it into here, and the response is back in Japanese. I can't read this to save my life. Maybe some of you can, but it's giving me the bullet points of creating a social media post for me. Why this is important is because we have a number of entrepreneurs that are all over the world, that especially over in Europe, so many different countries, so many different languages, and not everybody knows English, of course. And so the idea behind this is to be able to share Vicky with people that are in different countries, so that they can find out more information about VICKY in their own language. We've got a great team in Poland that one of the reasons why they kind of stopped building a little bit was because there wasn't anything in Polish, which is mostly what they speak. And I'm sure there's some speak a number of different languages too, but by and large, and same thing in German, and with Germany and a few different other countries there that they just want to speak their own language. Awesome, I get it. We don't have a lot of content in these various different languages. However, they can communicate with VICKY and in their own respective language and get that information back in their own respective languages. So I wanted to highlight that particular aspect of it. Do you have any videos about Symbiofy? Again, requesting YouTube videos. Yes, a number of videos about Symbiofy. We got a couple of them, one, two, that have come back that are really great videos. VITIFY's best kept secret. And then another one about Dr. Thornton talking about Symbiofy. That's an outstanding video. What do I need to do to be able to reach master? This gives me information about what I need to do to be able to reach master, being active, being qualified, generate volume. Now, one thing that we are seeing with this that we are doing, actually it's on my shoulders to do it, is to be able to make sure that VICKY tells you exactly what you need to do to be able to reach master. Yes, 3 qualified legs, active legs. You've got to be qualified yourself, but you need to be able to reach 10,000 in volume. And it's got to be, it does talk about 40% of the required GV must come from outside your largest leg, 10%, but it doesn't tell me what the global volume is, and that's 10,000. And so that's something that we'll be working on to be able to make sure that when I say, what do I need to do to be able to reach master, it shares that information of being able to reach, of saying 10,000 in qualified volume. So that's something that VICKY is a work in progress. Intentionally, the other day when we rolled out VICKY, we used the word rolled out because a launch means fully active, fully capable, but maybe some of you use Siri with your iPhones, or maybe some of you use Alexa. Is that how it is? Is that what the name of it is? Alexa? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know because I don't use it for Google. But being able to ask any questions. And when they were rolled out initially, the AI tools for the different phones and the different home systems, I guess, they were able to do very minimal things. And that was years ago when they rolled them out. But now they can do so many more things for you, just because as time has gone on and technology has developed and things have been rolled into these different systems to be able to help them to be able to do so much more for you than what they used. It's going to be the same concept with VICKY. And I'll share with you some of those things here in the next little bit. Do you have a video about how VITIFY product will help with inflammation? Here's something that I couldn't find a specific video about how VITIFY products help with inflammation. However, I can tell you that the products like Nanofy, which combines pure curcumin. So if VICKY doesn't know, she's going to tell you that she doesn't know, or she doesn't have that information uploaded yet. Again, this is based upon a library of information that we feed to VICKY. And we've got to be able to get some more videos and personal testimonials and stories and things uploaded into VICKY so that when I ask about, hey, do you have a video about product health information and inflammation and what that looks like, then she's going to be able to spit out a number of different things. So help me create a call to action post. Sure, it's a template for it. Transform your health today with VITIFY. Experience the benefits. Join our community. Take the first step. Shop now and thrive. Stay connected. Have questions? And so she gives out a lot of creative information for you to be able to adjust it. Maybe you can copy and paste and use this for yourself, or it's sort of a template that you can use. And then you add different aspects onto this particular template, different creative things that you want it to be able to say, and maybe make it more of your personality and then be able to share it that way. But she's going to give you a template. So you can ask so many different things. You have testimonial videos on endometriosis and thyroid issues, and then it gives a number of different testimonials here about that. So those are some questions that I just asked in preparation for this to be able to help you get a good idea of what VICKY can do. Now, we want VICKY to evolve. This is great, a nice, fun little thing right now to be able to communicate in your own language, ask for specific videos, look for different information, help her to create social media posts, general inquiries, those kinds of things. But we want you to be able to experience this for yourself, and we want you to be able to get some information very, very quickly, as well as we want to see it evolve. I'm going to do something about who are the founders of VICKY. So right now she's answering in about a minute, maybe a minute and a half or so. But she'll give an answer here about this here in just a second. But the point is to start. You're not going to break it, but I would ask you to download it and then start asking questions, whatever kinds of questions that you want. We want this to be able to connect to your back office. And at some point, we're working on it right now, actually. We've got a lot of really good things that we're doing with this. We want this to be able to help you to recruit. We want this to be able to help you to, I guess, maybe um, close customers and close. Okay, so I just asked who are the founders of Vitify, and as you can see, founders of Vitify are Shane and Laura Brady. So she got back in about a minute. That's all that I asked, and that was the simple answer right there. I didn't ask for any videos or tell me about the vision of Vitify or any of those kinds of things. So very simple information, very simple the way that she works. But we have a bigger vision for Vicky that's going to be an all-encompassing tool for you and your business to helping you to be able to grow. So I want to be able to open this up. If you guys have any specific questions, I'm just going to come over here to the chat and see if there's any questions. Um, does this have to do with Meta? Yeah, because WhatsApp is owned by Meta. And so, yes, it certainly does with that. Analysis there is great. I got into Vitify Norwegian with my entrepreneurs in Norway. Oh, okay, great, Vivi. You tested it out in Norwegian then, was able to get some answers in Norwegian. That's terrific. But I don't know if any of you have any specific questions for me. Um, like I said, I just wanted to be able to make this simple, straightforward. The biggest thing when anybody tries to do anything is just getting started. I know that Brenda, you had asked a question not too long ago about your volume, and you tell me what's my volume or something along those lines. That was a few days ago, and obviously we're not quite there yet, with answering questions about your back office. But as I mentioned, we're creating an API between our WhatsApp business tool and with Vicky to be able to answer those questions. That might be a couple of months away. It might be shorter time. I'm not quite sure. I'd rather under promise and over deliver than over promise and under deliver. So it's a couple months away. We're looking at March, for rolling something like that out. Interested in creating funnels, sales funnels for you as well, so that Vicky can do the work for you. The one thing about you, Vivi, or Iwin, or Heather, or Vilborg, or anybody, or Brenda, is that you're one person. Vivi is 24/7. Vivi doesn't take the weekends off. Excuse me, not Vivi. Vicky doesn't actually Vivi doesn't take the weekends off either. Vivi keeps going no matter what. Vicky works 24/7. Vicky doesn't I can't tell you how many times I've actually called Vicky Vivi. It's not just here, but like at other times too. And I'm talking with Shane and Jay and some of the others. It happens all the time. So pretty similar, obviously, in nature. But she doesn't take any time off. She works weekends, she works holidays. She just is always available and always there. 1 o'clock in the morning, doesn't sleep. So there's incredible advantages in working with Vicky, what she can do, when she can do it, how she can help. And again, if you've got 5 or 6 people that you're working with, Vicky's going to be able to help out with 5 or 6 people simultaneously as we continue to go along. So any questions that you might have about Vicky?
I have one because I was asking her what the specific ingredients are in Nanofy, and she's not giving me what that is. She's given me a generic answer without the ingredients. So
Good.
are they going to program that in for us? Because
Yes.
I know people are going to want to know.
Yes. I'm writing that down. That's great. That's excellent feedback, actually. So specific ingredients. That's easy for us to upload. We
Mhm.
just hadn't done it yet. So that's great, Brenda. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it lets us know that there's no heavy metals in it, but it's not giving us the breakdown of what actually
What we
is.
probably would do is just kind of put the label in
Yeah.
there, that credit, yeah, so that we've got that information from the label on there rather than an actual total chemical and scientific breakdown of everything. We probably would just put the label on there, I think. But thank you. That's great. Heather, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm wondering whether we set something up for some feedback while we're kind of all using Vicky. is there somewhere where we can, note things down and kind of send them in so there's a bank of kind of things just to so that things are improved and it's ongoing?
Yeah, just send them directly to me, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got my, obviously we communicate through WhatsApp, but send any kind of feedback, suggestions like that, Brenda, Heather, send them directly to me and I'll forward them on straight away. I work almost exclusively through WhatsApp. And so I get the messages, very quickly and I can forward
Right.
them on to our team so that we can start to collect and put some of that feedback that you've got for us, put that
Yeah, it's a
feedback in.
great tool. I've loved it already and been using it. It's just, yeah, some of the things you could elaborate or kind of include. So it's just so that it's improved, as we're
Perfect.
using it. So great. Thank you.
Excellent. That's perfect. Thank you. What other questions do we have? Has anybody not used it? I know everybody's on mute right now, but has anybody not used it yet? Or not asked any questions? I would encourage you to just ask her a question, anything. And if she doesn't know, she'll let you know. But just ask anything about Beatify and in any language that you want. Test it out, see what she can do, see what she's capable of. Help. Now, I mentioned the other day in a post about the VEC on the VEC about this that you don't know it yet, but Vicky is going to become your best friend. She is. And so I'm glad that you're kind of dipping your toes in the water, maybe jumping in, feet first, to try to get a pretty good feel for what Vicky can do. Because I know that in the next several months, you'll be using Vicky for almost everything. I would love to see a time when Brenda, you get on to Vicky and say, I need 2 nanophi. Can you place an order for me for 2 nanophi? And for Vicky to be able to do that for you just immediately. For Vivi, for you to say, who in my downline is close to reaching master? And for her for
Right.
Vicky to be able to come back and tell you that information. For Vilborg over there in Iceland, for you to be able to say, hey, I've got 3 people that are in I don't know, Ireland, just because Iceland sounds like Ireland. That need some help, and here's their information. Can you reach out to them? And then we create some type of a means for them to be able to ask Vicky questions, and then because you've referred Vicky to them, that Vicky helps them to be able to answer their questions, and it helps them to purchase, and it has your link on there so that you can pass that on there so that they can use that, and they can purchase. So, and that's in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and they're at 3 or 4 in the morning and they're running around and using Vicky and trying to find more information about. Those are the types of things that we envision with Vicky. So I would encourage you to become familiar with Vicky right now, because down the road, I promise you that this is something that you're going to see, that you're going to be using daily, if not many, 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 many times throughout the day, and watching this help your business to grow and be successful.
Tyler, do we know when they're going to switch it over to the new phone number?
Yeah, it could be just here in the next maybe 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
We're that close. We thought that it was going to take a couple of weeks, and this was
Mhm.
earlier in the week. And then I mean, everything with AI moves so fast,
It
and
does.
the capability of everything with AI is so quick. So we're actually really quite surprised that we're able to make this switch over to something that gives answers back to you within 4 or 5 seconds this quickly. And so we'll certainly let everybody know when that does take place. Like I said, it could be within the 24 to 48 hours when that happens, but we'll be sending out the new QR code, the new number for everybody to
Okay.
download.
Then
Tyler, all the videos you have put on in our back office about the training of the back office, could you put them in Wiki so we can have them there?
There's a couple of them, but yes, absolutely. I've got a list of the different videos that I need to do about the compensation plan, breaking
Yes,
it
you
up
can
into different
see
parts, also in the back
Marianne
office.
is asking
Yeah.
if she need help to sign customers.
Yes.
And you have a video in the back office about that.
Right. Yeah.
Can you
So
put that in Wiki so Wiki can explain it?
yes, absolutely. We'll get that up there for sure. All right, everyone. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys being
bye.
on. Yep. Take
Yeah,
care.
bye.